My beloved child, perhaps it is in the very moment when you are most weary, when your heart has grown cold from waiting too long, that I am preparing a gift far beyond anything you've ever dared to hope for. Yes, you will soon be amazed, even overwhelmed, because what you once believed to be impossible, what you had tucked away in the deepest corners of your soul for fear of disappointment, is now on the brink of becoming reality. Do you hear me clearly? My child, it is I, your Father, with hands full of power and a heart overflowing with love, who is orchestrating it all. I have not forgotten you, have not ignored your silent prayers, and have never once turned away from your heart, not even for a second. I see you so clearly from the heaviness in your eyes weighted with hope, to each silent sigh, from the dreams that never came true to the long nights soaked in tears. I know you more deeply than you know yourself, because I am the one who formed you from the first breath of life, who breathed into your chest with unchanging love. Have you ever wondered why things haven't changed yet? Have you felt as though your prayers are just echoes in the void? That though you've cried out, the heavens remained silent? I understand that. Child, I understand the doubt, the crack in your faith when all around you seems unchanged. But, my beloved, faith is not a feeling. Faith is knowing I am still working. Even when everything seems still, some miracles do not come with thunder or lightning, but with the quiet breeze of dawn, gentle, yet powerful enough to chase away the thickest night. And now, I want you to begin imagining. Imagine a moment when the burden weighing on your soul suddenly lifts. Imagine waking one morning to discover that what once seemed utterly impossible has come to pass. Not by chance, but by my love and my faithfulness. My child, I am making a way where there seemed to be none. I am moving the unseen, shifting the flow of destiny, turning the page to a new chapter in your story, a chapter radiant with light, joy, and healing. I am opening doors that were once sealed, calling you into a new season, a season of restoration, of fulfilled promises, a season where joy replaces mourning and laughter silences every cry. Yes, I have seen it all, those moments when you clenched your hands and refused to let go, when you prayed even as doubt clouded your heart, when you chose love over anger, forgiveness over pain, and trust in me even when nothing made sense. It was in those quiet moments that the heavens were stirred. Your perseverance, though small, became a song of praise, echoing in eternity. And I, your Father, could not stay still, for my love for you is too great to remain unmoved. This is not a reward for perfection, because I know you are not perfect. This is the fruit of faith, the evidence that not one of your prayers has ever been in vain. Do you not realize that in those silent days, I was already preparing something extraordinary? I was aligning the pieces in the dark to reveal a beautiful picture in the light. I was bringing the right people at the right time, the right doors at the right moment, the right opportunities in the right season, just waiting for the perfect time to unfold. And that time is near, closer than you think. Prepare to be amazed. Prepare to weep, not from exhaustion, but from overwhelming gratitude. What you prayed for long ago, what you nearly forgot because you thought I had forgotten, I have never once let go of. I've kept it safe in my heart, treasured it like a jewel, waiting for the best moment to place it in your hands. And most importantly, my precious child, I'm not doing this merely to give you a miracle. I'm doing this so you may know I see, I hear, I love you, even in your weakness, even in your doubts, even in your many falls. This is not just an event. It is a divine reminder that you are the child of the Almighty, the one who not only created the universe but also knows every beat of your heart. And when the miracle comes, when that impossible prayer becomes reality, you will no longer speak only of faith, you will live it. You will no longer only hope, you will sing in fulfillment. You will no longer only believe that I am good, you will feel my goodness in every breath, in every moment. So hold on, my child. Do not let go. Do not stop praying. Do not stop dreaming, because the hour I have chosen is approaching very near, and it will come like dawn tearing through the night. Prepare to be astonished. Prepare to rejoice. Prepare to see my glory revealed in your life. For I am faithful. I am the one who began a good work in you, and I am also the one who will complete it perfectly. And above all, I am your Father, the one who has always loved you, who never stopped loving you, and who will never, ever cease to love you. My beloved child, there is a holy urgency in every word I speak to you, not an urgency meant to stir fear, but a sacred awakening, filled with hope and grace, like a bell ringing to announce something glorious drawing near. This is a moment I have long prepared. And now, as it approaches, I do not want you to miss it, not because of a distracted heart or a confused mind. I speak not to pressure you, but to invite you to step into a new reality where you no longer live with unfulfilled dreams, but begin to walk in the fullness of my promises. So be still. Child, let your heart be at peace. Be quiet enough to hear me, but let your soul stir with joyful anticipation, like a child awaiting Christmas morning, for my gift is being prepared, and it is closer than you know. Are you truly ready to hear more from me, not just with your ears, but with your heart, a heart that has been broken, that has doubted, but that has never stopped seeking the light? Are you truly prepared to receive what you have long prayed for? Because when you prayed, you may have thought you were whispering wishes into the void. But to me, every prayer you uttered was a seed planted in love. I have listened through every long night, every whispered cry when no one else understood. And now, as the harvest draws near, I want you to open wide so that my love can pour in unhindered, so that my blessings do not merely knock, but step fully into the place where you are, into your life, into your need. Do not let anything distract you. Do not let the noise of the world, the worries of your mind, or the doubts in your heart rob you of what I have set apart just for you. Do you not know that everything I am doing in your life is not random? Not one moment of your journey has been meaningless. I have watched you, not merely as a spectator, but as a loving father watching each step you've taken through cold winters, through rain-soaked sorrow, through long, hidden days known only to you and me. Not one moment of your patience has been wasted. Not one of your prayers has fallen to the ground. All has been remembered like a diligent farmer, remembering every field he has sown. And child, even while you remain uncertain, thinking nothing is happening, that is when I have been working quietly, invisibly, but with divine power. I am working behind the veil, in realms unseen, though your soul, if attentive, will begin to sense it. I am making a way, smoothing the rough paths, bringing everything into alignment, so that you may enter this new season whole, free from the past, unburdened by anxiety. You have sown not just with your hands, but with your tears, your faith, your waiting. And now, prepare, because the harvest is near, a harvest that will bring not only what you've asked for, but more than you could imagine. My precious child, I am not the father of empty promises. I do not speak to comfort and then forget. Every word from my mouth is a covenant sealed by everlasting love. I know there have been moments you felt weary, convinced that miracles were for someone else, that good things would come, but not to you. But child, you are the one I have chosen, the one I love, the one I am calling into a season of joy. And once you recognize this, you will not only receive the blessing, you will become a bearer of blessing for others. This world needs your light. It needs the story you will tell. It needs the proof that there is a God who never forgets his children. And as you walk in fulfillment, every doubt will fall silent. Every voice of shame will cease, and only the sound of praise will remain. My beloved child, do not wait in passivity. Wait with expectation. Let your heart remain clear, your eyes fixed on me, and your hands ready to receive. Do not fear the stirring that draws near. Do not doubt the trembling within your soul. That trembling is the echo of promises on the verge of fulfillment. I am moving, and everything I do is born from my unchanging love for you. Sorrise. Prepare your heart and spirit for a season of joyful harvest, a season of miracles, a season where you will witness my hand working clearly before your very eyes. My beloved, when you lift your eyes to the heavens and watch the sun rise each morning from the east, when you see the rains come in their season to nourish the fields, when you hear the birds sing to announce a new day, do you not realize that none of these things are random? They are the living proof of my meticulous and tireless care for every fragile life in this vast universe. If I uphold the entire rhythm of the cosmos, ensuring the Earth's rotation, directing every early morning dew to its proper place, do you truly believe I would forget the most intimate needs of your heart? Do you think I would overlook the longings you've kept hidden for so many years? No. My child, I have not forgotten. On the contrary, I have been quietly nurturing, gently preparing, and patiently cultivating, and when the moment is right, the light of breakthrough, of transformation, of deliverance will burst forth in your life, not a second too late, nor a minute too early, but in perfect alignment with my divine intention. Do you not know that I am not a distant, indifferent God reigning above the stars without understanding the hearts of my children? I am the one who created the universe with a word, and yet I bend low to count every tear that falls from your eyes, to listen to each trembling beat of your heart when darkness surrounds you. I am both mighty and tender. I am both king and father. I hold power great enough to shake kingdoms, yet love gentle enough to sit silently beside you and whisper, I understand what you're going through. Rest in that truth. Do not let delay discourage you. Do not let silence convince you I am not moving. Some things of great worth require time to grow. Some blessings must undergo a process so that you may fully receive them and not lose them when they arrive. I have promised to change your situation, and the words from my mouth never fall to the ground in vain. Once I have spoken, no power, neither doubt, fear, nor any enemy can stand in the way. At times you may look at your present and see only incompleteness. You ask why I have not yet moved, why no breakthrough has come, why the promises still seem far away. But, my child, you are only seeing part of the picture. I see the whole. You see a seed buried quietly in the soil, but I am watching every root reach deeper, every sprout rise higher, until the day comes when a blossom unfolds more beautiful than anything you ever imagined. I am not in a hurry, because I love you too much to give you something before you are ready. But I am also never late, because my love never forgets, It is this love that fuels every one of my actions, power wrapped in mercy, wisdom, and kindness. I do not move simply because you plead, but because I love you. Let your heart rest in that. When everything around you seems to fall apart, let your soul be anchored in this unshakable truth. I am the faithful God, the Father who never breaks a promise, the one who has engraved your name upon the palm of my hand. Believe this. Every time you lift your eyes and whisper, "Father, here I am," all of heaven responds. Every time you choose to keep your heart pure, to forgive instead of growing bitter, to trust instead of complaining, you align yourself with the rhythm of heaven. And, my beloved child, nothing in my love for you is too small. No dream of yours is too distant for me. No need is ever too insignificant for my attention. Even the silent fears and unspoken worries, I already know them. And if I know, I have already begun to act. You may not yet see the results, but believe that they are coming, carried on the wings of faithfulness and grace. So walk forward with hope in your heart. Live each day, not as one who sits in darkness, but as one who has been promised that the light is coming and it will come in glory. Let your faith be the soil where I can plant my miracles. Let your steadfastness in the waiting become your loudest declaration. I know my Father loves me, and I believe he will not abandon me. And truly, I will not, never. For you are mine, the one I chose from the foundation of the world, the one I have loved without ceasing, the one toward whom I turn, my heart with all the tenderness of a father. And when I promise, even if the earth shakes or the heavens shift, I will bring it to pass, not because you have earned it, but because I am love and love always keeps its word. My beloved child, perhaps it is in these very days when everything seems silent, when your heart holds questions that go unanswered, that I am laying the firm foundations for the coming blessing in your life. Not all good things come with the sound of trumpets or flashing lights. Some of the most precious gifts are planted in silence, prepared through quiet, steady steps, and built upon the patience and faith you have nurtured through every season of trial. I know you've often asked, "When, Father, when will the promise come to pass?" And I want you to know I am not slow, nor do I speak empty words. Every moment you've lived in faithfulness, every tear you've shed in secret, every prayer you've whispered alone, I have gathered them. Like a master builder, collecting precious stones to construct a glorious house of blessing. Imagine the dawn the moment the sky shifts after the long night. No one can stop the light from breaking through, and no one can pinpoint the exact second when darkness gives way. But suddenly, in the stillness that felt eternal, the light appears gentle, yet unstoppable, pushing the night away bit by bit until the whole sky is filled with radiance. That is how I will move in your life, not with haste, but with perfection, not with loud signs, but with a sacred moment, when everything aligns and breakthrough comes swiftly, decisively, completely. Perhaps today you still see closed doors, walls that seem unscalable, roads that look unclear. But remember, it only takes a moment, a single touch from my hand, to change everything. Darkness will flee, barriers will crumble, and the light of heaven will illuminate the path I have ordained for you. My child, I do not work halfway. When I begin something in your life, I bring it to perfect completion. The blessing I have prepared is not a small reward, but the full expression of my deep love and good intentions for you. I don't want you to just survive. I want you to abound in hope, in joy, in peace, and in the unshakable love that I give. The night you're walking through is not abandonment, it is preparation. Just as a seed rests in the dark earth before rising as a strong tree, so your blessing is being nurtured in the unseen. And when the time is right, it will rise with power. Unstoppable. Do not let your current circumstances cloud your vision. Do not let the darkness make you forget the dawn. In the quietest moments, when you think nothing is happening, I am working the most for you. I am aligning everything, people, events, and timing so that it all fits perfectly into my divine schedule. And when the moment comes, when the final piece is in place, the blessing will not arrive slowly. It will rush in like a mighty wind, sweeping away the old, bringing in newness, brilliance, and life in abundance. My dear one, the truth I want you to treasure in your heart today is this: it only takes one moment. One moment can change everything. A minute ago, you may have been bowed in disappointment, but in the next, you could lift your head and find a door wide open, new light shining through, and yourself stepping into a season of grace, fulfillment, and wonders beyond what you ever dared to hope for. This is not luck. This is the precise unfolding of eternal love, the love I have for you. A love that has never grown weary, never grown cold. So keep your heart in hope. Live with the kind of faith that stands on the hilltop, watching the horizon for dawn. Let each present moment declare boldly, I believe, Father, even though I do not yet see. And I promise you, my precious child, this waiting will not be in vain. This faith will not be wasted. Every night comes to an end, and the light I bring will not only transform your circumstances, but illuminate your soul, healing the wounded places, reviving long-forgotten dreams, and leading you into a new journey, a journey written by the very hand of the one who has loved you from the beginning and will love you forever. And through every step of that journey, I will be with you. Not a single day will you walk alone. Not a single moment will I take my eyes off of you. For you are my child, the one I love, and the one I have never stopped believing in. Top of form, bottom of form, my beloved child. Today I want you to grasp something truly profound, that in every act of giving, no matter how small it may seem, a word of thanks, a gentle gaze, a quiet gesture, there lies the potential to become an offering of praise lifted up to heaven. Each sincere word, each act of kindness born from a grateful heart becomes a divine symphony echoing through the earth, carrying the sweet fragrance of worship. Never underestimate what is done in love. I do not measure the value of your giving by its size or outward appearance, but I see what lies within the heart. And when you give with your whole heart, even if it seems little, it becomes a radiant spark capable of warming another soul, awakening hope in hearts, silently withering. In those moments, you are not merely living for yourself, but you are joining me in fulfilling a sacred purpose, bringing light, life, and love to every corner of this world. My child, do not think that giving will leave you with less. On the contrary, the more generous you become, the more your heart expands to receive what I long to pour into you. I am the Creator, the endless source of life, the provider whose well never runs dry. There is no need of yours beyond my concern. You will not be shortchanged, overlooked, or left in lack if you live generously, led by love. The more freely you give with joy, not out of obligation or pressure, but as a reflection of my own kindness, the more you step into spiritual maturity. For giving is not merely an action, It is the manifestation of living faith. A declaration that says, "Father, I trust you to care for me, and I will never ignore such faith." At times, you may think you have little to offer. But child, I am not seeking quantity, I am seeking sincerity. A timely word of encouragement, a comforting touch, a compassionate glance. These seemingly small things can change a day, even a life. When you live with a heart of thanksgiving, when you see my goodness in all things, gratitude will naturally overflow in how you live, how you love others, and how you give. Your soul then becomes a pure stream, refreshing the dry places around you. And each time you live this way, I smile. I see you are no longer bound by fear of loss, but are walking in the freedom of my child, the freedom to love, to believe, and to live with deep, abiding gratitude. You do not need to wait until you feel ready or enough to begin giving. It is precisely when you think you have nothing left, yet still choose to share, that you reflect me most clearly. I am the one who gave you everything: life, time, ability. Love not so that you would hoard it, but so that you could become a vessel through which it flows to others. And as you give, you will find you are not becoming poorer, but growing richer in soul. I am the master of all treasures in the universe. There is nothing I cannot multiply and return to you, not only in material things, but in peace, joy, and a satisfaction that runs deep beyond measure. So, my beloved child, do not give out of compulsion, and do not live as though you owe something. Give, because you have already received so much from me, from grace, from the everlasting love that never changes. When you know you are loved, it becomes easier to love others. When you understand you have been forgiven, you become generous in forgiving. When you realize that everything you have comes from my hand, you will no longer hesitate to give anything away. For you know that behind every gift you give, my arms are open wide, ready to pour out even more in ways you cannot imagine. And dear one, each time you live with a grateful heart, each time you choose to sacrifice for the sake of another soul, each time you raise your voice to speak life, instead of remaining silent in indifference, you are drawing nearer to me. For I do not call you merely servant, I call you friend. I call you child. I call you my companion on this sacred journey. You are never alone in your giving, for I walk with you in every heartbeat of love. I see what drives you, and I will never let a single act of kindness go to waste. Everyone is recorded, preserved, and remembered like seeds of eternity sown in faith. So breathe gently and give when your spirit is stirred by genuine joy. Do not fear. Do not delay. Live like a river, always receiving, always flowing. Let your heart be the place where faith meets gratitude, where my love pours in and flows out into the world. And in every such act, you will witness a quiet miracle that the more you give, the closer you feel to me, deeper, more alive. For you are not living merely to receive, but to become light, to become salt, to become my mark upon this earth. My beloved child, throughout your life's journey, you were never meant to walk alone. From the very beginning, when I formed you in your mother's womb, I wove the threads of your future with love and divine intent. And among the most precious threads is the connection to the people you encounter, the communities you belong to, and the seemingly ordinary moments that hold deep meaning within. My design, every relationship, Every message, every place you step into it is all part of the plan I crafted just for you. Each detail, arranged by my loving and wise hands. You may think you are merely searching for a place to be heard, to be comforted, to no longer feel lost among the nameless crowd. But I want you to know that where you are now reading these words is no accident. This is a divine invitation, a step in the journey of faith I am leading you into. I am building a family of faith right here, a boundless embrace where souls meet not by sight but through deep understanding, through the unity of hearts awakened and called by me. And I want you, my beloved one, to be part of this beautiful thing. Faith is not a solitary candle flickering against the dark. It is a flame that must be kindled in the fire of others to burn brighter, stronger, more enduring. When you connect with those who share your faith, your heart grows steadier, your prayers rise louder, and your tears are seen, understood, and upheld by powerful prayers of others. In that unity, without barriers, without judgment, filled only with love and encouragement, I am present, wherever two or three gather with sincere hearts. Even across digital distances, I am there among them. Just as I promised, my spirit is not limited by space or time. He binds together every heart longing for me. Despite screens, languages, or geography. So, my precious child, do not think joining this place was just a click of a button. No, beloved, it was a step of faith, a gentle yet powerful response to the very invitation of your Heavenly Father. When you choose to belong, you are opening yourself to a stream of love, support, healing, and restoration I prepared before time began. You are becoming part of an unbreakable circle, not only to hear my word regularly, but to raise your own voice, a voice that will not be ignored, but welcomed with compassion and lifted by prayerful hearts. This is a place where you can be real with both your joys and your sorrows, your strengths and your struggles, a place where you can safely lay down your burdens, knowing you do not carry them alone. For there are spiritual brothers and sisters ready to lift you up. And above all, I will be there, not just in the words you read, but in every moment you feel understood, accompanied, and touched in the depths of your soul. I will be there in the midst of the loving community I have formed, in every conversation, in every whisper of, Father, I need you. My child. There is a sacred beauty in learning to open your heart and belong. It is not dependency, it is communion. It is not a loss of freedom, it is finding the place where your soul truly calls home. And here in the invisible yet ever-present embrace of faith, you will discover you are not forgotten, not alone. You will come to know that faith is not a burden for one to bear, but a journey I always desired to walk with you, not only with me, but with those I have placed beside you. So, my precious one, step into this space not only with your hands but with your whole heart. Let your soul open to the truth that you are loved, chosen, and positioned not to be alone, but to be united with others, like living stones being built into my sacred dwelling. And within that connection, you will witness a wonder, you will grow, you will be strengthened, and you will see me more clearly, not only through words, but through the living love exchanged among those who belong to me. You never have to walk alone, that is my promise. And now, as you recognize this invitation is meant for you, rejoice, for you are stepping into something sacred that I have long yearned for, not just that you would know me, but that you would come to know the family I have prepared for you. a family bound by faith, held together by hope, and secured forever in an unfading love. My beloved child, perhaps in many moments of your life, you have quietly wished for just a small sign from me, just a little attention, a gentle response to comfort your heart. You have learned to live humbly, to be grateful for the little things, and I treasure that about you. But today, I want you to know something deeper, something you may never have dared to believe. My love for you is not small, not limited, never just enough. It is a rushing stream, a bottomless ocean, a mighty wind ready to break through every barrier to reach you. And because I love you like this, I never give half blessings, not because you ask for too much, but because I am the one who gives beyond measure, beyond imagination, beyond the boundaries of your thoughts, always exceeding what you dared to ask. I do not come to you merely with a simple word of comfort and then walk away. I do not tap lightly on the door of your heart and disappear. No, my child, I come bearing a complete gift, a gift wrapped in eternal love, bound by cords of mercy, and filled with surprises you have never dared to dream of. I do not bless in measured portions, nor distribute according to quotas, but I give as a loving father seeking to overwhelm his child with joy. Every blessing I place in your hands carries the breath of my love, not only to meet your needs, but to reveal the very heart of the Creator toward the small and precious soul He holds dear. Now, imagine the most beautiful outcome your heart has ever longed for. Perhaps it is healing, the fulfillment of a dream, the restoration of your family, an open path forward, or peace flowing through your restless soul. Whatever it may be, I invite you to bring it before me, lift it up like a whispered trust. And then know this, I can do even more, not just what you ask, but what surpasses what you dare to imagine. Not because I seek to impress you, but because I know exactly what will bring you the deepest and most enduring joy. I know your heart more intimately than you do. I see the dreams you've hidden, the wounds you've never spoken of, and the silent cries in the night when you believed no one was listening. But I have heard them, I have understood, and I have prepared a gift that will not only fill your hands, but fulfill your heart. Do you realize, my beloved, that I did not create you to merely survive each day, to hold on through storms, or to grow accustomed to disappointment? You were created to live fully, to be loved and to love, to experience the fullness that comes from knowing you belong to the one who never changes. I did not place you in this world so you would wander with an empty heart, but so that you might discover profound meaning in the journey itself. And this journey, you do not walk it alone. I am here not to observe you from a distance, but to hold your hand, to walk beside you, and to prepare the way for your steps. Do not believe that you are only worthy of a small portion. Do not limit your faith by the weight of past experiences. Yes, you may have been disappointed, hurt by promises unfulfilled, dreams that shattered, relationships that ended. I do not blame you for those scars, but I invite you to let me be the one who heals, the one who restores the trust that was once lost. I am not like anyone who has ever hurt you. I do not promise and then forget. I do not give and then take back. When I say a gift is coming, it is because it truly is. When I tell you I will do better than you imagined, it is because I see clearly the goodness that is already being prepared in the unseen realm. So, my child, receive this gift not just with your hands, but with your whole heart. Let your soul open wide to a love that knows no limits. Learn to expect greatly, not out of greed, but because you understand that I am deeply, abundantly good. Learn to live with eyes wide open, ready to receive not just enough, but complete. Believe that even now, while your heart hesitates in quiet doubt, I am already moving. I have gone ahead. I have prepared the path, and that gift whole, loving, and wondrous is drawing nearer than ever before. My beloved child, I made you in love, and now I long for you to live fully in that love, not just to exist, but to live with joy, with hope, with unshakable faith that you are chosen, called, and gifted with more than your heart has ever dared to dream. And that, my dear one, is the greatest blessing of all, to know that you are in the arms of the one who knows exactly what makes your soul complete. There will be times in life when you wonder why things unfold the way they do, why a door closes, why the waiting feels endless, why your prayers seem unanswered. But, child, I want you to understand that behind every turning point, every change, every moment that feels accidental, there is a divine plan quietly at work, a plan not just to lead you to where you've hoped to go, but to give you more than you could comprehend. Perhaps the new job I am preparing is not only a source of provision, but a doorway into meaningful connections, new friends, and conversations that awaken your spirit, uphold your heart, and enrich your spiritual journey. Sometimes, I use changes in work or role to lead you into a new land, not merely a physical place, but a place of maturity, discovery, and greater grace. And when I touch your weary body to bring healing, I do not only restore the flesh, I am reaching into the deeper places of your soul, where weariness, doubt, and buried hope have long settled. I know the pain. No one else sees the wounds that bleed no blood, yet have shut you down and made you forget what it means to be alive with passion. But the healing I give is not only for the body, it is a revival of the truest version of you, the one I created for a reason, for a purpose, with a fire waiting to be ignited. Imagine, my beloved, waking one morning, not only physically restored, but blazing with passion for life. With a heart of gratitude and a vibrant spirit, this is what I desire to give you. Perhaps, in the very home where you have longed for reconciliation, I am doing something mighty. Perhaps I am gently softening hardened hearts, breaking the silence, and restoring what was lost. And you will see that this healing is not just a single embrace or word of forgiveness. It will ripple outward, touching every relationship, bringing joy, peace, and a deep knowing that you are not alone. You are loved. You have a family. You have a father. And so, I call you, stir up your faith. Do not let it lie dormant like a flickering candle in the wind. Fan it into flame again with trust that I am still as good as I have always said. Because faith is not a feeling, it is a choice to believe that I am working, even when you see nothing. Do not convince yourself that you are unworthy, that good things are meant only for others. I know you have often felt guilty, small, not good enough to receive something great. But my child, I am not doing this because you are perfect. If blessings were only for the flawless, no one could stand before me. I do this for you not because you've earned it, but because I love you, and because I have chosen you. My love for you does not depend on what you do. It flows from who I am, the one full of mercy, slow to anger, abounding in grace. My grace is not a reward, it is a gift. A gift no one can buy, no one can steal, and no one can undo. I give it with a heart full of everlasting love, a love that does not retreat when you are weak, does not falter when you stumble, and does not grow cold when you doubt. I still love you with a depth, a strength, and a constancy that will not stop until you know just how loved you are. So open your heart wide, my child. Do not let the past imprison your faith. Do not let delayed hopes lock away your expectations. Believe once more, and this time, believe bigger, braver, and deeper. Because what I am doing is not only meant to change your circumstances, but to transform you. You will not simply enter a new season. You will become a new person, one full of light, free in spirit, deeply aware of your worth in my eyes, and living each day with the grateful knowledge that my Father chose me, though I did not deserve it. This is the beauty of grace. This is the miracle of my love. And this is why today, I say to you, do not hesitate. Believe. Prepare your heart. For what I am doing in promotion, in healing, in reconciliation will not only change your life, but will touch the lives of others through you. You are part of a greater story, and I rejoice that you are here ready, open, and courageous enough to believe that I am still moving, still loving, and still writing wonders for you, my beloved child, in the rhythm of daily life. Among the seemingly small and repetitive things, you may not realize that you are living a sacred journey. I know you sometimes feel weary, feel as if the ordinary tasks, your words, your actions, your thoughts hold no great meaning. But I want you to pause and hear this clearly. Every moment lived in my presence, whether washing dishes, working, caring for loved ones, or simply sitting and breathing deeply, holds immeasurable worth when it is done with a heart turned toward me. I am taking care of the great things in your life, while you continue in what seems small. You do not need to do grand things to be a person of faith, only to live each day with a gentle, trusting, and faithful heart is to write something wondrous with me. Keep praying, do not stop. Not because I need repetition, but because I cherish the sound of your voice. I love how you come to me, even when the words are incomplete, even when your voice trembles, even if it is just a sigh or a silent glance toward heaven. All of it is the sound of your heart, and I hear every word, every beat. Every time you whisper, Father, I draw nearer. I remember what you carry in your heart. You are never alone when you speak with me. And I have never overlooked a single prayer whispered in faith. Learn to pray with gratitude, as if what you've asked for is already at the doorstep, simply waiting for the right time to enter. Because it is. The answer is on the way, sometimes quickly, sometimes quietly, but always in love and perfect timing. Faith is not seeing and then believing. It is believing before seeing. When you thank me, even before you see, you prepare the way for the miracle to come. Your gratitude is not just beautiful, it is a key that unlocks heaven's door, a wave that draws my faithfulness closer to your life than ever before. Every prayer you offer, short or long, spoken through tears or laughter, is another brick laid in the foundation of the miracle I am building in your life. Don't think you're standing still. No. You are moving by my pace, in heaven's rhythm. Each time you choose trust over fear, forgiveness over resentment, love over indifference, you help build something good. And it's not just for you, but for those around you, for the souls who will be touched through your life, through the light in your eyes and the kindness in your voice. Top of form, my beloved child. Perhaps right now you do not yet see any clear change, Perhaps you are still living in the same old house, doing the same familiar work, passing through days that seem uneventful and unchanged. Yet I am working behind everything you cannot yet see, just like a seed lying still beneath the soil for many days. Hidden from view, though life inside is stirring quietly, I am laying down each firm foundation stone in preparation for a season of blooming. Miracles do not always arrive with thunder and lightning sometimes. They come in the form of a gentle peace within the soul, a soft beam of light slipping through the window of your heart, and a strange, quiet certainty whispering, "The Father is working, and something good is drawing near." So, my precious one, do not underestimate the ordinary. As you do the laundry, prepare meals, drive, study, or work, do so with a gentle spirit, knowing that I am tending to the parts of life you cannot control. You play your part, and I fulfill mine, mine being the greater, wider, more powerful work. You are not alone in your effort. I am not a distant observer watching you struggle through life. I am your loving Father, building with you each stone, each wall, each door of a house destined for miracles. And when that house is complete, you will look back and realize that not a single day was wasted, not a single prayer went unheard, and not a single breath of trust was ever in vain. Every moment was recorded, treasured, and transformed into something more radiant than you dared imagine. For I am not only the one who hears your voice, I am the one who answers. I am the one who takes the ordinary and makes it extraordinary, turns drops of water into oceans, and transforms your grateful heart into a miracle that touches the heavens. Keep living. Child, live simply but trustfully. Continue doing what you have always done, but do it with a heart that rests in peace, knowing you walk in the presence of a faithful and loving Father. And in each rhythm of your life, you will begin to see bit by bit, step by step, the unfolding of a wonder, rising up and blooming in your life in a way only I can bring to pass. And when that moment comes, you will know with certainty that it was your quiet prayers and sincere gratitude that joined with mine to build something wonderfully beautiful. My beloved child, through every part of the journey you are walking, whether brightened by light or shadowed by darkness, I have never left your side. Not for a single moment, but the deepest desire of my heart is not merely to be near you, but to walk with you, day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment. I do not seek a distant relationship, nor do I require perfection as a condition for closeness. I simply ask you to take my hand in trust and obedience honestly and humbly, like a child placing full confidence in the Father who leads. When you do this, you no longer walk alone into the unknown, but side by side with the one who knows every path ahead, the one who not only sees the ending, but who has held the entirety of your life story from the very beginning. So, my child, learn to delight in my presence, even when the gift you await has not yet arrived. There is a rare beauty in waiting when your heart still believes, still loves, still sings, even though your eyes have not yet seen the longing fulfilled, because in doing so, you are declaring to all of heaven and earth that your joy is not rooted in what you receive, but in the one to whom you belong. And that is the deepest kind of faith, when you choose joy not because of the gift, but because of the giver. When you walk each day in trust and gratitude, you turn the waiting into a love song, not a lament. Waiting, when shared with me, is no longer a burden, but a journey filled with sweetness. Each time you lift your eyes to me and whisper, "Father, what will today bring?" each soft laugh born of trust, each tear shed not in despair but in sacred surrender, all of it weaves together a holy fellowship that no miracle can replace. And then one day, when the answer arrives, when the longed-for gift becomes reality, the joy will be far greater than the gift itself. It will be joy born of the waiting, refined by love, matured by trust, made radiant by the lessons of walking beside me, not because you needed an outcome, but because you desired a relationship. You and I, we will rejoice not only over the fulfillment, but over the journey that shaped your soul. We will smile together over the days we pressed through the silence, laughed through the questions, wept without hopelessness, and now celebrate the glory, the whispered prayers, the hidden hopes, the sleepless nights. I saw them all. And now, the answer is not merely a conclusion, it is the testimony that every step of faith was never in vain. And now, in this very moment, as my words touch your heart, I ask you to pause, close your eyes, and feel my presence not as an abstract thought, but as a real warmth wrapping around you. I am embracing you not with flesh and bone, but with the peace that comes from heaven itself, a peace not anchored in circumstances, not dictated by numbers or outcomes, but rooted in this truth. Everything will be all right. Yes, my child, everything, both what you understand and what you do not, both what you hold and what you have lost, everything will be all right when you place it into my hands. Hold tightly to this peace as the gift I am giving you right now. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the stillness I am forming within you. Do not let the waiting make you forget that I am here with you. In this very breath, the words I speak to you today are not empty. They are alive. They are sacred, and they carry the power to fulfill what I have ordained. Not a single word of mine falls to the ground without bearing fruit. Every promise is a seed I have planted within your heart, and when you hold on to it in faith, it will grow, blossom, and bear fruit in its season. So walk forward without haste, without pressure to make everything succeed. Walk gently, like a child holding their father's hand, the one who knows the path, who has prepared all things, and who is never late. My child, I am proud of you, not because you are always strong, but because you have not given up, not because you never doubted, but because you came back, not because you are flawless, but because you have been faithful. Remember this, every step you take, whether trembling or firm, I am with you. And as long as you hold my hand, everything will have meaning. This journey, however long or short, will not only lead you to the destination, but will transform you in the most beautiful way. So, my beloved one, as I conclude this message, know that I am not leaving. I am still here. I am still holding your hand, and I will continue to whisper to you each day, walk with me, trust me. Let the waiting become a love song of faith. And when the dawn breaks, we will rejoice together because love has won. And you, my child, you never let go of my hand. My beloved child, on this journey of faith you are walking. There may be moments when your soul feels weary, days that stretch long with no glimmer of hope, and times when you question whether you are truly on the right path, or whether the good things you long for will ever come to pass. But I, your Father, I am calling you not to rush toward results, but to rest in my promise. Let your soul be quiet in the midst of turmoil. Let your heart be refreshed in joy even before the miracle arrives. Know this, the one who spoke the promise to you is also the one who is silently weaving each detail together, writing the story of your life with a hand both powerful and tender. And while you have not yet seen the full picture, I have already seen the beauty emerging from the invisible. Do not take your eyes off me. Do not let the noise of the world, the whisper of doubts, or the sting of momentary disappointment cause you to forget the most important truth. I am never against you. On the contrary, I am with you, strong, steadfast, and never abandoning you. You do not have to fight this battle alone. The promises I have given are not like passing winds, nor are they dependent on mood or circumstance. They are living and active, sealed by eternal love and everlasting power. No force, no obstacle, no darkness can hinder what I have ordained for your life. Therefore, hold fast to your faith, not blind faith, but faith placed in the one who never breaks a promise. My child, I will not disappoint you. Others may have wounded you. You may have lived through promises that crumbled and hopes that were shattered, but I am not like man. My plan for you is not based on conditions or your worthiness. It is born out of love, a love so deep that I called you by name before you were ever formed in your mother's womb. And this plan, though you may not see it clearly right now, is taking shape. It is being built through your patience. Through each moment you choose trust over doubt. Through each tear you shed while continuing in prayer. Every small act of faithfulness becomes a precious piece that I use to complete a miracle far beyond what you could imagine. So, my child, trust in me, not because everything is easy, but because even in the hardest of times, you know that I am still working, and when the moment comes, you will be astonished, not only because what you hoped for finally arrives, but because what I give will be greater than what you ever dared to dream. You will look back and realize, my Father never abandoned me. He loved me more deeply than I could comprehend. And in that astonishment, you will pour out thanks not only for the miracle, but for the journey itself, where my love and my goodness became the anchor of your soul. Even now, I bless you not with empty words, but with what you need for each step forward. I give you peace, not a false silence, but true peace that comes from the certainty that I am here. I give you courage to keep walking, to keep believing, to keep loving even after you've been wounded. I give you hope-filled faith, not a flickering candle, but a blazing flame that will rise in the dark and light the path ahead of you. And then I call you, walk forward with your head held high, not in pride, but in the deep knowing that you are my child. Open wide your heart to receive the greater things, the unexpected opportunities, and the healing I have prepared for you. Because, my child, the best is not behind you. It lies ahead. It is drawing nearer not because time passes, but because I am drawing it toward you, day by day, hour by hour. Every step you take in faith brings you closer to fulfillment. Live like one who awaits the miraculous, like one who knows with certainty that tomorrow will not be the same because I am moving today. And when that day arrives, you will not only rejoice in the outcome, you will rejoice because you did not give up, because you believed, and because together, we wrote a sacred story where every moment held the breath of life. My beloved child, always remember, my love for you is eternal. It does not tire. It does not fade. And it is never altered by your failures or your weakness. It is this very love that will bring to life the deepest longing of your heart, not because you deserve it, but because I am faithful and true. Be strong. My child, be steadfast, not because you are strong, but because you know that I am strong for you. And above all, you be ready, not for disappointment, but for wonder at what I will do, because I, your God, have never broken a promise, and I will always fulfill what I have spoken for you, in you, and with you. Amen. As a child of the Most High, know that I am with you in every moment to remind you again and again to live in faith and trust in my love. Follow and stay close, so that you may never miss a single word I speak from the heights of heaven. Amen.